What happens when we die? Is there light at the end of a tunnel? Do we float peacefully into another dimension or vanish into nothingness? Today we're diving into the Bardo Thödol, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, a mysterious ancient text that claims to have all the answers, if you dare to believe them. But here's the catch. This isn't your typical afterlife story. It's a journey, guided by a mystic, Padmasambhava, through 3 realms of death and beyond. And trust me, it gets very weird. Ready to find out what will really happen? When your time comes? Let's begin. To understand the Bardo Thödol, we first need to meet the man behind the mysticism, Padmasambhava. Born from a lotus flower in the 8th century, this guy wasn't your everyday monk. Nope. He was a sorcerer, an enlightened being who not only mastered the art of life, but death itself. Think of him as the Tibetan Gandalf, minus the hat, but plus a lot of supernatural powers. Legend has it, he could walk through walls, travel to different realms, and even command the spirits of the dead. But what Padmasambhava is really remembered for is teaching us how to navigate the Bardo, the strange, liminal space between life and death, where all the mysteries of the afterlife unfold. And it's far from a peaceful float on a cloud. So, what exactly is the Bardo, and why does it sound both thrilling and terrifying at the same time? Let's dive in. The first stage of the Bardo begins at the exact moment of death. No slow transition. 1 second you're here, and the next, you're not. In this fleeting moment, the body shuts down, but the mind, well, the mind goes wild. Imagine this. Blinding white light. Your life flashes before you. Everything you've ever done, said, or thought is reflected back to you. And here's the catch. If you recognize that light, you can achieve instant enlightenment. But, of course, most of us won't. Instead, we'll be blinded, terrified, and confused. And that's when things get really interesting. Fail to recognize the light, and you'll slip into the second stage of Bardo. Now this is where the Bardo Thödol gets trippy. You're dead. You know that now, but you're not alone. In the second stage of the Bardo, you'll be greeted by, well, some very strange beings. No, not your ancestors or some glowing angelic figures, but gods and demons. Yes, gods and demons. And these aren't your typical Hollywood creatures. Oh no, these are Tibetan deities. Some are peaceful and radiant, and others, well, they're out to give you the scare of your afterlife. These beings will appear before you, performing wild visions, and you'll be tested. If you realize that these terrifying visions are simply the creations of your own mind, you can escape the cycle of death and rebirth. But if you give in to the fear, the third and final stage awaits. At this point, you've passed the visions. If you couldn't conquer your fear, your next stop is rebirth. In the third stage of the Bardo, you'll find yourself drifting, wandering through various realms. This isn't heaven or hell as you've been told, but rather realms of existence, where your karma will guide you to your next life. Will you be reborn as a human, or perhaps as something far less fortunate? The Bardo Thödol tells us that our actions in life dictate what's next. You might come back as a wealthy prince or a stray animal, all based on the karma you've carried. But here's the twist. If you're aware at this stage, you can choose to break free from this endless cycle. Complete liberation. It's all about realizing the illusion, but only the bravest souls manage that. So what does all this mean for you? Does the Bardo Thödol predict your future? Maybe, maybe not. But it leaves us with one crucial message. The choices you make in life matter. Death isn't just the end. It's the beginning of a new, mind-bending journey. The Tibetan Book of the Dead invites us to live consciously, prepare for death as a passage, and use our awareness to escape fear or to embrace it. Either way, it'll be an adventure you won't forget, because the afterlife, as it turns out, is much stranger than we ever imagined. But here's something to think about. Could it be that the Bardo isn't just something we experience after death? What if we're living in it right now, trapped between realms without realizing it? Want to know more about this mind-bending theory? Stick around, because the next video will reveal exactly how you can recognize the Bardo in your everyday life. If this journey into the unknown sparked your curiosity, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. Let's unravel the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between, together. And if you found this video intriguing, share it with someone who's brave enough to explore the afterlife too.